YouTube, I've got the go-ahead that we are now live. So I just say a very quick hello and welcome. I'm Charlotte and I am the wedding coordinator here at Mercure, Box Hill, Burford Hotel. And what we're doing today is we're taking over Guides for Brides Facebook page and coming with you with a live wedding planning session from our hotel. So the aim of today is to ask any question imaginable, wedding related, please. Just in the post below, and we will answer them live on air today, but we have got a few pre-asked questions to go through as well, so just fire away. No question too big, too small, and I've been doing this for quite some time. Believe me, I've heard some questions. Nothing can top, can you find me a tank to arrive in on? But I am up for the challenge, so fire away. And also, please, 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 send me a hello so I know you're watching, because this is rather nervous, to say the least. So, what are we doing today? We are taking over Guides for Brides, like I said a moment ago, with any questions you may have, to help you plan your day, get some tips, tricks, some inspiration, and hopefully you can start venue shopping, booking your suppliers with ease. So, before I jump in, what can Mercure, Box Hill, Burford Hotel offer you? So, we have come up with a shortlisted questions to answer this very nice question, and start off with then, we have two amazing wedding rooms that are licensed for ceremonies, wedding breakfasts, you name it. One is a gorgeous garden room which comes with its own outdoor garden area, and the other is a 17th century barn. It is an original barn and is heaped with history, filled with gorgeous beams that are original features and can be yours for the day. So we also have packages to help you with your planning, tied up in a nice bow, but of course we can bespoke a package just for you and really make your day personal and something meaningful for you guys. But back on the packages then, if you like ease, and obviously at this stage, ease is welcomed, as wedding planning is somewhat overwhelming to say the least. So we've got our Tulip Package, which contains a great basis for your wedding. It contains things like canapes, welcome drinks, your wedding breakfast, and buffet. And then we've got a Rose Package, which similar to the Tulip, but has a lot more features to it. One of them being a £500 bar tab on us for you to enjoy whenever you want throughout your day, a DJ or Toastmaster, and some ceiling decor. So you've got those options as well. And then we've got our Peonies Package, which contains pretty much everything but the kitchen sink, with things like a £1,000 bar tab, bridal goodie bags, and midnight snacks, and even more decorations, from centerpieces to ceiling decorations, etc. But of course, like I said before, you can bespoke a package, so if you like something from this and not from that, or you want to upgrade this one, then that is absolutely fine to do as well. So having your day in a hotel is very beneficial, one being that you have accommodation on site. So we are not a big hotel nor a small one, we've got 57 bedrooms, so we found that other couples have actually managed to book out the whole hotel with their guest list, and they have enjoyed a complete weekender for their day, which is very, very special. So that's pretty much what we can offer, but I do have some pre-asked questions, which I'm sure will be on top of anyone's lips, so let me go through those, and hopefully they will help you. But of course, please don't forget to put some comments in below, and we will answer them as well as we go along. So, we've got Rebecca and John, who are getting married with us later this year. They've asked, how long do things go on for? Now this is a really good question. So we've got three parts that we could answer here. We've got the civil ceremony and a church service. How long does that normally last? Wedding breakfasts, and then how long to take for photographs. So with your ceremony then, a civil ceremony only lasts about 20 minutes, if you're lucky. They're short and sweet, but they get the job done. And after that, you then get greeted with your welcome drinks, etc. here at the hotel. But if you're having a church ceremony, they normally last about 45 minutes to sometimes an hour, hour 15, and then you must include travel time. Are you going to have photos at the church? Are you going to do that when you come here? So all of those things need to be factored into your timings, but of course we can help you with those. And with your photographs, talking on those, they normally take about an hour to an hour and a half, which is perfect timing for us to get your room ready for your wedding breakfast. Time for you to have canapes and actually talk to people and say hello, and I'm sure all your guests will want to grab you and say congratulations. So having the time here between your ceremony and your sit-down meal, more time the merrier. So another question then was from Craig and Charlotte. They're saying they're having a civil ceremony but asked to do an interview at the hotel beforehand. What is this and where is it done? So this is an interview conducted if you're having a civil ceremony. It's for your registrars just to go over all your final details like your name, job, date of birth, all of those things to go on your wedding certificate, your marriage license. So this information needs to be correct, and it might have changed from the last time you did your interview a few months earlier. So this is just to make sure that nothing's changed, and if it has, that's the time to then make sure it's all correct. It normally takes about 15 to 20 minutes, and you are taken away into a private room of the hotel because they do have to be done in private, but you will be back with your guests and walking down the aisle, no problem and no time at all. So, Lucy and Peter asked, when can we have the room till? Now, this is a very good question. So the barn or garden room is available to you from about 8 AM in the morning of your wedding day until midnight. However, if there's nothing happening the day before, then your suppliers can come in and dress the room the day before. If not, it's all done on the day and then finished at midnight, and then tidy up can be done during the night by us. You don't have to worry about that at all. But when I say it finishes at midnight, this is another really good pro of having been adjoined to the hotel. So although your license down there finishes at midnight with your own bar, you do have the hotel bar, which is 24 hours. So anyone staying the night of your wedding gets to come and continue the celebration in the bar area and crawl up to bed afterwards, or like other couples have done, their best man, for instance, has fallen asleep on the sofa more than once. But this could be you. So Hannah and Sophie also asked, do we have to feed suppliers? And if so, how much? Now this is something kind of overlooked at the beginning, but it would be a conversation to have maybe with your photographer, videographer, anyone who's here from early hours till over your meal time. They might have in their contracts that they do need feeding, so it's worth asking them, just so you have an idea on budgets in mind. But with us, it's not going to break the bank. It's £15 per supplier, and that covers your main meal, their main meal, and a drink at the bar. But if you're having maybe the DJ or band, they will also probably request feeding, which is fine. They normally dive into the evening buffet. So when you come to doing final numbers, just make sure you've put them in there as well, so that there's enough food. And we do have one live question that's come through from Abigail, who's asked, do we have a designated bridal suite here at the hotel? So we do, yes, and it is included in all of our packages. So for the night of the wedding, you and your husband or wife at that point will use that room until the next day. So you've got until midday the next day to check out. You can have breakfast in bed if you want. You can come and join the restaurant and have it as a newlywed, your first breakfast together. But yeah, it is all included. So I will talk about food a little bit longer then, because we did have that other question. So we offer evening buffets, which are included in our packages, like I said earlier, but we've got things like comfort food, like bacon rolls and sausage baps and wedges, to pizzas. We could do evening barbecues, buffets, cheese and crackers. We are very flexible here, and it's just a question to ask, because actually it could be included in your package already, just to make it a bit more fun. So children as well is normally asked quite a lot, and they are an additional price. They are only £25 rather than a big per person adult price, and they're not left out one bit. They get a 3-course meal, they get a sparkling appetizer to toast with, unlimited squash throughout their meal as well, and they also get a welcome drink of juice. But they're just as important as any other guest and not treated any differently whatsoever. So, we've got one more question then to finish up on, because I am running out of time. So this one is from Chris and Katie, who said, when can we do a menu tasting? As we want to include this on our invitations, and what about dietary requirements? So, fantastic question, and a lot of other couples out there want to put this on their invitations so that they can be as organised as possible. So we do our menu tastings from about a year to 6 months before your day. You get to come in, you have a date night on us, you get to try a 3-course meal that could potentially become your wedding breakfast. There's wine, you wined and dined, make a night of it, come and enjoy it, and then from there you will decide what starter you want, what main you want, and what dessert you want. And then when you do get your invitations back, your RSVPs, just make a note of any dietary requirements, such as vegetarian, gluten-free, vegan, etc., because we can accommodate those as well. We will just either tweak what you've chosen from your tasting or create a new dish altogether to accommodate those requirements. But honestly, we have done everything and anything here, even made bespoke menus, because we've got a fusion wedding and the groom's from the Caribbean and the bride's English, so we've created something that's just for them as well. So the world is your oyster. Our chefs here are always up for a challenge and would welcome any new menus as well. So feel free to make it your own. So that leads us to our last question. This one's from Donald. Now I've left this till last because it is a 3-parter. He has asked, how many guests can sit round tables? So when it comes to decorating your room and the layouts, we work with you closely on here and advise what could work with your guest numbers and what would look best in the room. So we have different size tables, round ones and long ones. And with round tables, which are the most popular tables, I would say, you can fit up to 12. But I wouldn't advise going any more than 10. It can get very squishy, and you want people to be comfortable and not too tight. They do have to move their elbows to eat, so I wouldn't go any more than 10. And also to bear in mind, if you're having a high chair, they do count as a place at the table. So that's something to consider. If you're doing a long table, then we could keep going pretty much. They can fit up to 3 each side, and however many you need, we just keep adding when we lay the tables. So he's also asked, how does the ceremony setup look? Now, this is quite traditional. We've got 2 rows either side of a lovely long aisle. We normally sit 4 chairs on both sides, and then we just keep going until we've accommodated all of your guests. But if you wanted just 3 seats either side to make your aisle even wider, maybe you've got 3 people walking down the aisle with you, then this can be accommodated as well. So hopefully that answers that question. Who can decorate? So we work with a great team of local suppliers, one of which has decorated behind me today very beautifully, called Ether Events. We also work with To Have and To Hire as well, and I'll put these links in the post just below after the video. And they can come in, they install for you, they take down for you, so you just have to go and do some shopping, which isn't always a bad thing. Put what you want in a basket, and they will do the rest. But they work with us countless amounts of times, so they know the dimensions, what they need, how much it's going to cost, etc. But by all means, you can use other suppliers, but these ones are our favourites for sure. So I think we've got one more question that's just come in before I do go, which is, my lovely assistant is helping me here. Do you need an outside wedding planner if we decide to have a wedding in the hotel? Not at all. Outside wedding planners are fantastic. They do absolutely everything from finding you a photographer to florist to helping set up on the day. But what hotel coordinator does just focuses on the venue side of things for you, whereas a wedding planner will do absolutely everything as well. They work with us and to really get your day the best it can be. So we become your rock star supplier team for the day. Not a problem at all. Oh, another question is, do we have gardens for photographs? Yes, we do. We are, like I said, situated at the bottom of Box Hill, so our gardens look onto that. It's absolutely beautiful and stunning. If you pop over to our Instagram page or Facebook page, and you can see photos of our grounds, and you can be wowed at the same time as well. So I believe there's another question coming in before I go. My beautiful assistant is just writing this down for me as we speak. And the pressure is on.
3 letters.
He's nearly done. He's nearly done. Okay, so he's saying, can I decorate the room myself? Am I better off getting a company in? So you can decorate the room yourself, but there's one thing to consider. If the room isn't free the day before, then it has to be done on the morning of, and you will be getting ready at this time and not really wanting to stress about, oh, I need to get in my dress, but you know, I haven't put out a flower centerpiece, for instance. So if you can, my advice is always get someone else to do it. It will be worth it in the end, and then on the day you can just concentrate on getting married rather than all the other organisational bits and logistics that come into play. So that would be my advice, absolutely. So any other questions then before I go? I don't think so. So there is one top tip that I would like to leave you all with. If it helps anybody, fantastic. So it's never too early to start planning. We've had other couples book 3 years, 4 years in advance, and this might sound a bit silly, but it gives you the best pick of suppliers, the best date that you're after. It gives you time to budget and time to save up. But not only that, you can make it even better, because every pre-anniversary date that comes your way, why not stay at the hotel? Why not, you know, and make a night of it and lead up to the real day that's soon to come. It will be so exciting and fun for you. Oh, last question then. Do we have any special offers? So yes, we do. At the moment, if you quote Facebook Live and book your day or a tour between today and next Friday, then we will offer 10% off all of our packages, which could be amazing for you. But like I said, I will put all of this down in the post below, and if you want to book a tour, then again, just say you would like a tour and I will get into contact with you and we can arrange that as well. So that's it from me today. Guys have been great, hope you've enjoyed it, and see you soon.